In the last lecture, we had a high-level overview of different type of security threats and attacks which a hacker can make to exploit our application or bring it down. Now, from this lecture, we are going to dive deep into some of those attacks and understand how we can avoid them from happening in our Express app. And in this lecture, we are going to learn how to avoid cross-site scripting attack in our Express app. Now, currently, we are testing the APIs which we have created in our Express app using Postman. So whenever I log in a user, in the response, I'm going to get access token of the user. Now currently what we have to do is, in order to use this access token, either we can manually copy it and paste it in the request where we want to use this access token. So for example, if I want to, let's say, update my password, in that case, the user needs to be a logged in user in order to update the password. So currently what we are doing is, in Postman, we are going to this authorization section, and there we are adding the bearer token, and there we can paste the access token which we have just copied after making the login request. Or to avoid this manual step, what we have done is we have created an environment variable called JWT and we have added it here. So now every time a new access token is received, it will automatically get updated for that request in this authorization section. Okay, so this JWT environment variable, it will be automatically updated with the new JSON web token which we have received after login or sign up. But we are going to use this web API application from a client like the browser or the mobile app, right? And there, after a user has logged in, let's say from the browser, in the response, we are going to receive a JSON web token. And we need to store that JSON web token somewhere so that when that logged in user will try to access a protected route, he will read that JSON web token from the stored location and add it to the request header in order to get authorized. Right. And usually when working with browser, we store the access token which is received during login or sign up in browser's local storage. And storing sensitive information like access token in the browser's local storage is not secure. So in the last lecture, we learned about cross-site scripting attack. And there we learned that a cross-site scripting attack is a type of security vulnerability where an attacker injects malicious script, usually JavaScript, into the web page, and these scripts can steal sensitive information from the browser like the access token, and it can even manipulate the DOM or redirect the user to the malicious site. So if an attacker injects malicious JavaScript into the web page, they can steal access tokens stored in local storage or session storage. So if the browser is storing the logged in user's access token in the browser's local storage, it can be read by the attacker and can be used for getting access to the application. And in order to prevent this type of attack, the solution is to use HTTP only cookie. And the reason why we should use HTTP only cookie is because HTTP only cookies are not accessible via JavaScript. So even if the cross-site scripting attack occurs, the token remains protected. So this makes sure that the browser can only receive and send the cookie, but it cannot access or modify that cookie in any way. Now, a cookie is a small piece of text a server can send to the client, and when the client receives that cookie, the client will automatically store it and it can automatically send it with all future requests which we make from the client to the same server. So here, what I mean to say is, instead of storing the access token in the local storage of the browser, from our Express app, we can send the access token with HTTP only cookie. And in that case, the browser will not have to store that HTTP cookie anywhere. The browser, whenever it tries to access a protected route, since it has an HTTP only cookie, that cookie will be sent automatically with the request. And that cookie is going to store the access token which is required for accessing the protected route. I hope this is clear. So let's learn how from our Express app we can send access token in HTTP only cookie to the client. Let's go to VS Code, and we are sending the access token to the client when a user creates his account using the sign up route or when the user logs in. So here let's go to the controller folder, and in the controller folder we have auth controller, and there we have two routes, one for sign up and one for login. So here let's start with this login route. So here what we are doing is we are doing some checks in this login route handler function, and if everything goes well, we are creating an access token and we are sending that access token in the response. Now before sending this response, what I want is I want to add this access token to HTTP only on the response, and for that let's give a comment here. So here we want to add the token to HTTP only cookie. And for that, on the response object, we have a method called cookie. Okay. And to this, first we need to specify a name for the cookie. What do we want to call this cookie as? You can call it JWT, or you can call it access token, or whatever you want. Here I'm simply going to call it as access underscore token. Okay. You can provide a more meaningful name here. And then the second argument will be the value for this access token cookie. So the value for this access token cookie, it will be the access token, the JWT token, which we are storing in this token variable. So I'll copy this and I'll specify it here. And finally, here we can also go ahead and specify some options. Okay, so for example, here we can specify the max age. So till what time this cookie is valid. So here we have two options to specify that. Either we can use max age or we can use expires. Now, when we use expires here, in that case, you have to specify a date and time when that cookie should expire. But when we use max age, here we can specify a relative time in milliseconds. So what I want is this cookie should expire after 7 days after it has been created. And we need to specify that 7 days from the current date and time in milliseconds. So to convert these 7 days into milliseconds, what we can do is we can multiply 7 by 24. It will give us the total number of hours in 7 days. Then we can multiply it by 60 to get number of minutes in 7 days. We can multiply it by 60 again to get the number of seconds in 7 days. And then we can multiply it by 1000 to get the number of milliseconds in 7 days. Okay, so this is 7 days in milliseconds. And here it should be 7. Then the another you know option which we can specify here is secure. So here I'm going to set secure to true. This simply means that the cookie will be created only for those requests which is an HTTPS request. So when a request is made on a secure HTTP, that means when the protocol is HTTPS, then only set this cookie. So for that we are setting the secure to true. Now in development currently, whatever request which we are making it using HTTP protocol. So here if I hover over this URL, you will see that we are using HTTP protocol and not HTTPS protocol. So in this case, since the protocol is HTTP and since we have set this secure to true, in that case, this cookie, this access token cookie will not be created on the response. But we will see how we can avoid that in a bit. But what I want is in the production environment, this cookie should be created only when the protocol is HTTPS. And finally, another option which I want to specify here is HTTP only. Now, here I'm going to set it to true. And the reason why we are setting this HTTP only cookie is because browser should not be able to read this cookie. Okay. So if we don't set this to true, in that case, browsers will be able to read this cookie using document.cookie. And we want to avoid that. And to avoid that, we are setting this HTTP only to true. Okay. With this, let's save the changes. Now again, here, since we are in the development environment and we are testing our APIs, we are not using HTTPS protocol. But since we have set this secure to true, this cookie will be created only if the request is made using HTTPS protocol. But in order to test it in development environment, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a workaround here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a variable which I'll simply call it as options. Okay. And to this options variable, I'm going to assign this object. So let me cut it from here and let's paste it here. Okay, and from that object, I'm going to remove this secure to true. I'm only going to keep these two options, and here I'm going to pass this options object to this cookie method. Okay, so here in this case, we are not setting the secure to true. That means now the access token cookie will be created even for HTTP request. So here we don't need HTTPS protocol in order to create the access token. But this is okay for development. But in production, we want to set secure to true. So in production, we only want HTTPS protocols to be used, and then only the access token cookie should be created. So for that, what we are going to do is here we are going to write an if statement where we will check if process.env dot node underscore env, if it is equal to production. In that case, we also want to set the secure property on this options object. So here I'll say options dot secure to true. And now, okay, it should be equal to, so option dot secure to true. And now in the production environment, along with these two options, we will also have this secure option on this options object. With this, let's save the changes. And I'm also going to do the same thing for sign up request also. So let me copy this. So here we have done it for login. I'm also going to do it for sign up. Okay. What we could have also done is we could have created a separate function for this, and we could have just called that function here. But let's do it in this way for now. Okay. Let's save the changes. And now let's go to Postman and let's test this out. So currently you see earlier when I made a login request in order to log in Mary Jane, in the cookies we do not have anything. Okay, in the response we have that token, but in the cookies we do not have anything. But now when I send the request, we should also have a cookie. You see, we have a cookie which is access token, and the value for that cookie is the JSON web token which is generated on the server. And then for which domain this token has been created, it is created for localhost because currently our Express app is running on localhost. So for that server, this access token is valid, it is created. Then here we can also see when that will expire. So today is Friday, Jan 9th, and we have set that that should expire after 7 days. So the expiry date is after 7 days. It is on next Friday. And here you can see HTTP only is true. That means browser will not be able to read or manipulate this access token cookie. And since we are running our application is development environment, you will see that this secure is false. So now the access token is being sent from our Express app in HTTP only cookie. And we also have it in the response, but now we are not going to save this JWT in the browser's local storage, because since the client is going to receive this token in the HTTP only cookie, the client can use that HTTP cookie, and whenever the client tries to access a protected route, that access token which is stored in the HTTP cookie, it will be automatically sent with the request. And in this way, we are not going to save any access token in the browser's local storage, for example. And so if the hacker makes a cross-site scripting attack, he will not find any access token stored in the browser's local storage. So in this way, we are protecting this sensitive information, this access token, from being exposed to a hacker. And that we are doing by sending it in an HTTP only cookie. Now, let's also go ahead and let's test it with sign up. So here, let me go ahead and let me create a new user. I'll call this user as Ravi Gupta. And let's say the email for this user is ravigupta at gmail.com. Okay, I already had this gmail.com. Okay, so let's send this request. So the user has been created, and you will see that for the sign up also we have received an access token in HTTP only cookie. So this is working as expected. And in this way, we are preventing the cross-site scripting attack where the hacker can read the sensitive information from the browser's local storage. So this is all from this lecture. If you have any questions from this lecture, then feel free to ask it. Thank you for listening and have a great day.